ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in here to a usual Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Murder Church. I know last night I said we're going to be jumping back into Phil Spector, but I'm going to continue down the Sarah Boone road just a little bit longer. We're going to be looking at the transcript. Somebody was nice enough to get the text messages that were shown in trial and put these together so we can read through them. I'm going to look through these. I've got two interviews to look at with James Owens, one from News Nation and one from Court TV that we can kind of look at and give our opinions on. But thanks for coming in here. Please hit that like. Share it out. Just put this out on the old X machine. I appreciate it. We hit 10,000 subscribers today, thanks to the Buzz Nation. And yeah, let's get in here. Thanks everyone for being here.
Sarah's on her way. She's flying along. That was a great time. Hey, she's up. Bam, there's one ring. Turn around, Sarah.
You turn around, face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
Let's rock.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in here. Publicly Buzzed Live Murder Church. And let me just start this out by hitting the bells out the gate. Last night I forgot for just a moment, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to forget about the bells. So here we go. Welcome to church. Welcome to Murder Church. Sarah Boone is going to continue for a little bit longer here. I've got some text messages. Someone was nice enough to put a transcript together from the trial. We're going to be looking at that. I got a couple of interviews to look at with James Owens as well. He was interviewed by News Nation and by Court TV. We're going to look at, and look at this, I got a new mic cover specifically for Murder Church. I've got the other one here for other streams, but yeah, I've got a red mic cover that I purchased for the old Murder Church. I thought that was pretty freaking cool. Making it match is what I'm doing. Thanks everyone for being in here. We hit 10,000 subscribers today. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks to the Buzz Nation doing that stream last night, which is floating, got like 8,000 views on it. 10,000 subscribers. Boom. I'm very proud of that. Thanks everyone that's been a part of this and a big part of this, man. You guys are amazing. Coming through out the gate real quick was none other than Pammy coming through here and sent $10. Hold on, let me get this in here. Sent $10 through Pay or Cash App, I believe. And she said, pretend like this is $10,000. Thank you so much, Pammy. Let me make sure. There we go, Pammy. Thank you so much. I got you on the wheel too. Just like last night I said, this next wheel is going to be for a double dose of stickers. You're going to get Murder Church and Meowder Church stickers in this giveaway. So whoever, once we get 12 people on this wheel, we will spin it. And yeah, donations are wide open. Appreciate everyone for coming in here. Also, Laura coming through with a $9.99. Give me 2 claps and a 10K. Woo! That's what I like to hear. Hell yeah.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Freaking excited about it. Motherfucker. Freaking excited about it. And we're going to have to do a 10K party. Y'all know that, right? We're going to be having a 10K party for sure. But yeah, if you're in here right now, please hit that like. Really appreciate it. Like I said before, if you could share it out, that really helps us out here at Publicly Buzzed. And yeah, we're going to keep growing this thing. Tonight we are going to start out here. It's going to be an easy night. I've literally got some stuff to just kind of watch and discuss with you guys. 2 things though. James Owen has done 2 interviews now. One with News Nation, with Banfield, and then one with Court TV. And we're going to watch both of these and just kind of listen to exactly what he's saying, especially after what we saw during the trial. You know, whether you like James Owens or not, or thought he did good or not, we're going to kind of dissect those. And then I've also got up here, right here, the text messages that yourtruecrimelibrary.com was nice enough to put on their website here. And they have really put a nice little, put these together nicely. So we can just kind of go through and read these. And we're going to do just that. So yeah, we're going to start off here with Banfield. And yeah, look at this. I see the chat right now rolling. Everybody's loving it. Thank you all so much. Hell yes in the chat. Hell yeah. That is right. Love it. Welcome in everyone. So yeah, let's start this out. Let me get the sound on here. And yeah, we're going to continue down this Sarah Boone Boulevard, if you will. Last night we were discussing exactly where she is headed. next from the jail that she is in. That stream is up and booming right now, which it is intriguing to see exactly what's going to happen. What's even more intriguing, the prison that she's going to is one of the worst in the country, and it is not going to be pretty. So, and we know how Sarah Boone is. She's going to have to check herself before she arrives at this prison. But let's jump in here. Again, we've got an interview, 2 interviews with James Owens, and let's see what this guy's saying.
We will never know just how much her own testimony sank her, if at all. But since she was convicted of second-degree murder in the suitcase death of her boyfriend, we do know that she should have taken door number 1. 3 weeks ago, prosecutors offered her 15 years in prison in exchange for a guilty plea. And if you do the math, she's been locked up for 4.5 years. So that means a little over 10 years is left with some shaved off good time, you know. She'd be out for a decade. But Boone said no to the deal, and now she's facing a minimum of 22.5 years and a maximum of life. So why didn't she take the deal?
It is going to be great. Oh, shit, I do want to show this. Phil, I'm glad you jumped in here. Let me get this over here real quick. Phil is doing a giveaway for the 10K, and I want to show that off real quick. So if you go on to his post and have the best comment, he's going to be judging this. He is going to give away some Meowder Church stickers of his own. So yeah, let me show these guys off here real quick. Check this out, guys. If you go on, and I'm going to put the link right here in the chat. If you go to this post right here, Buzzed Boys hit 10K. I'm giving out this 5-pack of new edition Meowder Church die cut stickers. Who wants? Best reply, US only. Congrats to Publicly Buzzed, and thank you so much, Phil. You've been absolutely awesome to us, brother. And I'm going to put that link right here. And again, whoever has the best comment underneath this, he is going to give out this pack of Meowder Church stickers. How unbelievable is that? So get in there and get yourself some stickers. Sorry about that. I did want. I meant to do that and I'd forgotten. I saw Phil's name.
Convinced that she'd go free? I'm joined now by Sarah Boone's attorney, James Owens. Mr. Owens, it's great to have you back on the show. Thanks so much for being with me. What was your client's reaction when she heard the verdict, guilty, read in court?
Yeah, it was this past Friday evening, and I would say shock. We were not, she nor I were anticipating guilty as charged. You know, we considered that the jury might convict her of a lesser charge, or of the first lesser was manslaughter and the second lesser was culpable negligence. So yeah, she was in shock that they found her guilty as charged, which was the second-degree murder.
I'm struggling to figure that one out because I had made a bet that the jury would come back under 2 hours, and they did.
It was quick. They came back immediately.
Through the entire process from the moment she was arrested to the moment she was convicted. I can't imagine I'm alone. Everyone I've spoken to who's been following the case, albeit not in the courtroom, has said the same thing. They'll throw the book at her. Why did your client and why did you feel that wasn't going to happen?
Well, she actually did pretty good on the stand if you watch her testimony. As far as Sarah goes, she actually did pretty good, I felt like. But, you know, ultimately, as you mentioned earlier, the decision as to whether or not to accept a plea offer or to take the case to trial is ultimately only the client's decision. You know, lawyer can tell her the pros and cons and the strengths and weaknesses of her position versus the state's position.
Sure. Did you recommend to her to take the deal and she went against your recommendation? Because knowing how she's been with the last, 8 trial attorneys who, she spent before you, I would imagine that would be a scenario I'd believe.
Well, we talked about it in depth, and I try not to give my opinion initially. I want them to try to make the decision on their own, and then if they ask me for my opinion, then I give it to them based on
Did she?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Well, that was something that I suggested she strongly consider.
At least he did that,
I
right?
think,
'Cause I was saying if
15 years,
James Owens is
you do
worth his weight at all, he would
80%
have
of that.
hopefully tried to convince Sarah Boone to take
Sentence here
that.
in
But
Florida,
we already know
what
you
she's
can't
done already
convince
4.5
Sarah Boone to
years,
do
so
what
she
Sarah
would have
Boone
had,
doesn't want to
I think,
do.
about 8 years to do. So yeah, that
So
was
she
a
went
real
against your
incentive.
advice. I mean, I sit here with a smile only because it's like I've heard this story so many times before, and I think you knew as well coming in as number 9 that she wouldn't take your advice. Have you had a chance to talk with her since the conviction, and is she rethinking her decision to ignore everybody who's smarter at this game than she is?
No, we haven't talked about that. You know, she's got a sentencing coming up December the 2nd, Monday, December the 2nd at 1:30. So we're going to deal with preparing her for that. She's going to speak at that, and then there's a pre-sentence investigation that the judge ordered. So we'll work on that. And the judge
What do you think she's going to get? What do you think the judge will sentence her to?
Well, you know, there's a range, and I think the state attorney had said the low end was 22 years, and of course, life is the top of the range, and the judge is going to have to make a decision. You know, as you know, there was testimony that she suffered from the battered spouse syndrome by our expert, and also the state attorney's expert testified. Both of them agreed that she suffered. So there is some mitigating factors, although the jury did not find that she was justified in the use of force that she used.
Which is an insane argument, sir.
Syndrome. I think the judge can consider the fact that ultimately, you know, it was a dysfunctional, toxic relationship in which both of them probably abused each other.
Thanks for watching.
I did want to look at that, and I want to go even a little bit further here, and this one's a little bit longer, it looks like, with James Owen on Court TV. Real quick, I do want to show a little bit more love. We got some folks coming through here tonight, and thank you all so much. Donna coming through real quick with $10 for the 10K coming through the Cash App. Thank you so much, Donna, and let me get you on here for a possibility of getting some sweet-ass stickers. Always giving away here at Publicly Buzzed, and let me make sure I'm not missing anything or anybody that has done anything here, just to be sure. Hold on. I did not. Okay, I think we're up to date here on the new one. Okay, sweet. Yeah, thank you so much, Don. I appreciate that. All right, yeah, I'm going to move on just a little bit further here before we get into the text messages. And I don't know if we'll get through all of the text messages. It's a lot, but we may have to move that on to another. But we'll see how it goes tonight, and we'll see how far we get into them and how interesting they are. But yeah, let's watch this. I wanted to watch this interview as well. Let me get the sound here. And I had actually seen the News Nation one. I just kind of want to watch it with everybody, but I have not watched this one completely. I read an article about this one, but I had not actually read it.
Sarah Boone found guilty of second-degree murder in the suitcase murder trial. Big verdict on this Friday night.
Thank you so much. Welcome in here, Sherry D. Welcome to the Buzz Nation. Get in here. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Love it. Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging.
Tom, let me get you on here, baby, for a possible win for some stickers here tonight. Thank you, everybody. Anytime we get new members here, beers in the chat, everybody. We got a bunch of drinks that you could throw in there. Welcome them in, and the new members that do get brought in, go and check out the video section. I have a really cool video that is exclusively for members here at Publicly Buzzed.
In Orlando, Kelly Craft is there with Sarah Boone's attorney. Kelly.
Hey there, Vinny. Yeah, it didn't take very long for the jurors to return a verdict in this case. Sarah Boone guilty of second-degree murder. We are joined now by her defense counsel, who advocated for her vehemently throughout this trial. This is James Owens. James, what's your reaction to the verdict?
Just disappointed. Sarah's devastated. She's disappointed. We felt like we had a good defense with the facts that we had. Obviously, we had some hurdles to overcome for the state's evidence, and for whatever reason, the jury didn't see it our way. We respect the jury's decision. I'm sure that Sarah Boone is going to want to appeal. I believe that she does have potentially 2 or 3 good appellate issues. So the next thing in store is, I think we've got sentencing set for, I believe, Monday, December the 2nd at 1:30.
Love you,
and
Jen.
we intend to call Dr. Harper as a witness to speak about her other mental health issues that she struggles with, and hopefully the court will consider that.
Mr. Owens, Sarah Boone was offered a plea deal in this case, manslaughter. She did not take it. What do you think now,
Chris,
having the
what's up,
verdict?
Well, ultimately, that's their decision. You know, they've got a couple of fundamental decisions. One is whether to plead guilty to anything, and the other is whether to go to trial, and the other is, you know, whether to testify, and then the other is whether to appeal. And so Sarah Boone maintained that she wanted a trial the entire time, and we did discuss, there were plea negotiations, and there were offers on the table for the lesser charge of manslaughter, but Sarah ultimately rejected those offers and wanted her day in court.
She felt, it seemed, throughout this entire trial, she seemed to be very upbeat. It seemed, though, I was getting the sense she really felt she hadn't done anything criminally wrong.
Well, I think, you know, I believe she's a battered spouse, and I believe she believes she's a battered spouse. Once she learned, and we gave her a bunch of material about the subject, once she learned, you know, what she had gone through with George Torres, I think she believed she was a battered spouse. So we believed in...
So they gave her some material and let her kind of come to the conclusion that she would be using this defense. And to James Owens' credit, you know, a lot of people bash him. I think that was probably the best defense that she could have went into this with. We saw what happened, how it unfolded. It was absolutely garbage, and it was trash at the end of the day with a lot of the stuff that we saw unfold and what I personally believe happened, which is just me alleging at the end of the day, but because no one truly knows what happened that night except for, at this point, Sarah Boone. But James Owens played the hand that he was dealt, and he got this information to Sarah Boone, who in turn decided to use this to her advantage and try to turn this into a victory, and did fairly well on the stand, I thought, actually. I saw a lot of people, even in real time, flip because of her testimony and the spousal abuse angle that the defense was using.
That scenario that she was justified in defending herself, and so she felt good because she had a defense, and she had lawyers. You know, initially she was going to represent herself, and then she did that for a while, and I think she appreciated the fact that we came in, myself, Tony Henderson, and Kevin Beck, and then our team. We had, you know, 5 or 6 people working on the case for the last 45 days trying to get ready for trial, and I think she appreciated our efforts. She knew we were working hard. I've been here in Orlando for 3 weeks, and then the rest of the team's been here for 2 weeks, so we've been doing everything we could do to represent her to the best of our ability, and that's what we did with the time that we had.
You really put up a good fight. Were you surprised that the jurors came back as quickly as they did?
I was. I think that, you know, the rebuttal evidence...
And you know, as soon as they heard that they were coming back within 2 hours, that James Owens had to be like, oh shit. He's probably keeping a stone face for Sarah Boone because she probably wasn't thinking that. Maybe not. Maybe they discussed it. I don't know. But that ain't good. 2 hours to deliberate
where they played
on a 2-week trial with so much information
off Sarah's phone, where there were some interactions with Sarah and George. I think that affected the jury.
What do you think another big challenge was for you in this case?
Telling the
truth. Of course, the suitcase video is difficult to deal with, and then you know, her interrogation, the 2-hour interrogation at the sheriff's department. So, I mean, you know, we have evidence. That's probably the best evidence in a case, is videotape oftentimes is the best evidence. And, you know, we had some big hurdles to overcome. And obviously the jury, and I respect the jury's decision, saw it a different way than we presented.
During your closing arguments, one of the things that you talked about was that we're in 2024, and the perception that the state may be trying to give that she, in a way, deserved this, that she was the aggressor. You talked about how men are taught not to put a hand on a woman. I thought that that was pretty powerful. I thought that was going to resonate a little bit more with the jury.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it was a long trial, and the testimony came out, you know.
At the end of the day, maybe it would have even resonated a little bit more at the very end of this trial when they played those messages. Well, they played all the police body cam footage. They played the 911 calls with just audio, and then they played her actual documentation of treating George like shit. That is what done her in. I think at the end of the day, like, that video is horrible. That video absolutely probably is what truly sealed the deal, and I don't know if you could ever come back for that. No matter how much you want to say, if he would have got out of that suitcase, he was going to kill me. He was going to hurt me. I was in fear of my life. That is an insane defense. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just such a wild fucking thing to attribute to killing someone with, like that reasoning that they came out with. But yeah, at the end of the day, when they showed those videos, when I think it was Mr. J that was showing the videos, like 2 hours worth of these videos of Sarah Boone just being the worst human being imaginable. Crazy.
Well, the state
is the
got
word.
in a bunch of evidence about, like I said, the video
Crazy.
interactions between George and Sarah, and some of that, it seemed like Sarah was berating him a little bit and talking down to him a little bit. And, you know, the state had argued that this was a mutual abusive situation, that Sarah verbally, emotionally maybe abused him. So I think there was some of that going on.
That was one of the worst videos right there.
In the relationship. It was a dysfunctional, toxic relationship. Obviously, those two.
One of the worst ones besides this one, because she's sober in this one, right? Like she's gotten... I don't know if she's woke. Yeah, she's woken up because he's come up to the bedroom to be as close to her as he can. He's wasted, but she's treating him like horrible. Trying to get him to do something is what she's trying to do at all times. She's trying to initiate something. But the one where she comes in and he's sleeping and she's looking for her car keys and again sounds actually sober in that one is crazy. Like that is just her picking at this dude like he's literally sleeping, and she's just come in with a where's my keys, like won't even listen to anything that he's actually saying when he's saying they're where you left them. That was one of the craziest ones. You can really see how these manipulators can get into the head
away from each other.
And I think that there was mutual abuse. Like I'm not actually saying that George probably didn't do anything. I don't know that, but what we saw in the videos was pretty clear to me that Sarah was the ultimate manipulator in the relationship and just was abusing her power as a female in the relationship, especially when she was making those 911 calls and getting the police to come out. That was gross as fuck. That was crazy.
Even when she had been battered multiple times by him over time, for whatever reason, they couldn't break up. And it just, I think everybody around, law enforcement, the neighbors, family, all knew how bad the situation was, but for whatever reason, they were drawn to each other and couldn't let go.
The judge made it clear before the verdict was read that he did not want any outbursts in the courtroom. We had one earlier from George Torres' family. No real reaction from Sarah Boone. I just saw her talking with you, but obviously, as you were mentioning, seems to be not very happy, devastated with the verdict.
Yeah, she couldn't believe it. We were optimistic. You know, we were optimistic, and I understand, you know, these things happen, and there's some murder charge. So, you know, somebody died. So it's difficult for a jury sometimes not to come back with something. And they came back with the highest charge. I was hoping maybe...
Yeah, welcome in here, Charlie. How could Sarah and Owens not expect a guilty verdict on the charges? It seems the only two people who couldn't see the obvious outcome were Sarah and Owens. I agree.
Something lesser, but we understand Sarah's in shock. You know, it happened, and then she was escorted out of the court fairly quickly, so we really didn't get a chance to talk that much. She said she would call me tomorrow. I'm going to be driving back home, and we'll talk. I'll be on the road for 6 hours, so we'll talk for however long. But, you know, I explained to her she had a right to an appeal, and she had 2 or 3 good appellate issues, so I told her to keep her head up.
Mr. Owens, you were not her first attorney. She went through several attorneys. How was she to work with?
She was fine. I think once she realized, you know, it wasn't just me, you know, and I spent a lot of time down here with her. And then once she realized Tony Henderson really helped me out a lot with Sarah Boone.
Yeah, she ended up having, 3 attorneys?
You know, I've represented some difficult clients. I've been doing it quite a while. But Sarah, you know, was...
I did see that this guy was a former prosecutor. He's been doing this for a long, long fucking time.
She didn't want to give up the power because she'd had the case for 4.5 years. She had so many different lawyers. So, but I think once she started to trust us and realized that we really cared about her, we really believed in her, and we wanted to do everything we could to fight for her, I think she finally, it didn't take too long.
For whatever reason, she really thought that.
a sense that we were really genuinely trying to help her. And I think once she saw how hard we were working and everything we were trying to do to help her, we didn't have a problem.
And you got involved with this case because you saw that she had taken out an ad.
Yeah, as you know, the court had...
Hey, where did you see that first?
Had ruled that she forfeited her right to a lawyer, a public lawyer. And so she was going to have to represent herself. And I think she went to a couple of hearings and realized that that's a lot harder than it looks. And that's when she had reached out for somebody in the private bar to take the case.
When I say Owens did the best of his ability, I'm including him being okay with the lies that she's stating. He was like, hey, it seems like you've also been abused by a spouse. It seems like that's what's happening in this situation. So here's a bunch of information. We can go this direction. What I don't like about James Owens is that I feel like he's morally bankrupt because he doesn't actually care how he would have, I thought he'd come in for publicity. Whether he did or didn't, I still think he probably kind of did at the end of the day. He was willing to let her and him argue this insane defense when we have a video of a man suffocating to death in a suitcase and her talking shit to him as he dies. Like, that is crazy to me. Respect James Owens, sure. What he did in the courtroom, sure, to an extent. I think he had tons of flubs, including the worst closing I've ever heard in my fucking life. But to me, I don't like the guy because I feel like he's actually a shitty person in regards to what he would allow his client to say. And not just any, it wasn't like he was a court appointed. It wasn't like he was up there and was like, this is the direction we're going to go. He came in knowing we have to find an angle.
And I came down and visited with her, and I agreed to do it. So we were in it to win it.
Exactly.
We tried everything we could do.
Best thing you could have said
to
there.
Present the case in a fashion that the jury would consider her side.
9, I think.
I think one of the biggest moments was when you got the expert of the states to talk about the fact that she did believe that Sarah Boone suffered from battered spouse syndrome. I thought that was going to be a big game changer for you.
Well, it was. I've got some disagreements about how that was all handled because she came out with an opinion that she had never expressed before.
And then you had to conduct a deposition right there in court.
Yeah, I've never had to do that. That was a first, but it was a unique situation. Of course, the judge had set a date certain about trying the case, so I had the case for about 45 days, but we tried to schedule Dr. Werner's deposition. I believe we took it on October the 4th, and then later on she came up with another opinion that I wasn't aware of until
that was crazy
in the courtroom, and so the judge allowed me to take a deposition. I've never heard of it happening before. First time it ever happened, but it did. And we did the best that we could to counter that and then to cross-examine her. But yeah, I think initially she had said she hadn't made up her mind about it, but I think after a little bit of time, she decided to go ahead and give the opinion that Sarah did suffer from battered spouse, and that corroborated what Dr. Harper had said, that she did suffer from battered spouse syndrome. So I guess that was a good...
This lady came for an easy day and ended up getting grilled.
In hindsight that maybe there was a motion to eliminate for you not to use the battered spouse syndrome defense, to not talk about self-defense. Obviously, you got to be able to do that. The state was very clear. She needs to say there's an overt act. She eventually did. She said his hand coming out of the suitcase was that overt act. In hindsight, could there have been another strategy that you could have taken that could have been more successful, maybe not argue battered spouse syndrome?
No, I don't think so. I think what she was
that
saying
had to be
in the
their
2-minute
only
video to George
argument.
while he was in the suitcase,
which is still insane.
I'm convinced was tied to the trauma that she had.
Like, there was too much dancing the fuck around all the bullshit. Like, yeah, I left it a little bit unzipped so his hands could get out. But then also, before the trial started, a week before, she admits to hitting his hands and fingers with a baseball bat when he did try to do so.
Received from the abuse that she had suffered from George.
Her out here with the suitcase was madness.
I just think Dr. Harper...
That was smart by the prosecution
syndrome.
as well, I think.
It really is, and it's difficult for lay people to understand. I've tried to talk to, the psychologist, the psychiatrist about it to try to understand it. Why somebody wouldn't leave that situation. Why, if they're getting beaten up, they're getting stabbed in the leg, why wouldn't you leave that situation?
In the chat, did Sarah Boone stab herself in the leg? Yes or no? I'm going
It's
to put a poll.
just, it's one of those things, it's a head scratcher for a lot of people. And so that's the reason you bring in expert testimony, is to try to explain that to a jury what was going on. But it's difficult for people to really understand.
When Sarah Boone refused the plea offer, the judge made it very clear to her that the minimum he could sentence her to would be 22 years in prison. Is she prepared for the sentencing that's going to be in December?
I don't think she's prepared. I don't believe that. You know, I think she was in hopes, you know, she was excited about us, and she felt like she had a defense and that we were doing everything, and she had the experts lined up. So I don't think she was thinking about this at all. I think she was very optimistic. That's why she was optimistic during the trial.
Yes,
she was happy with us every day. She was happy with what we were doing. And, of course, you know, she understood that it was a valid defense.
Wasn't a good argument.
In Florida. Battered spouse using it to
bed.
justify the force that
You
you
didn't
used.
pass out on the couch blacked out drunk. That's not your story. That could have been your story. Your story is you went to bed and fell asleep.
So, yeah, she's devastated, and she hadn't come to grips. Like I say, I'll talk to her tomorrow, but she was just stunned today.
Vinny also has a question. Vinny, what's the question?
Yeah, I had a couple questions for James. First, at the sentencing, will this judge have much discretion in what the sentence can be? And do you expect Sarah to express any sense of remorse at sentencing?
At the sentencing, will the judge, Vinny's asking, at the sentencing, will the judge have any discretion? This is her first felony. The judge made that very clear. So that's the first question. And then the second question is, will Sarah Boone say something? Will she express any sort of remorse for what took place? Will she make a statement in allocution at her sentencing? I know you have to take some preparation time for that.
I think the prosecutor had said the low end of the guidelines was 22 years, and I think the judge told Sarah that, so I think that probably is the minimum, unless there's something I'm missing, maybe a downward departure. I don't know that she would qualify, but you know, the judge has a range, and the judge has the discretion, and the judge, you know, is going to hear from the victim's family, and then the judge is going to hear from Dr. Harper, and ultimately the judge is going to have to hear from Sarah Boone about this. I don't know what her position is going to be.
Hearing her speak during her sentencing will be interesting.
But we'll see.
And hearing all of George's family speak.
Mr. Owens, thank
It's
you
going to
so
be an
much.
interesting one. December 2nd
Thanks, I appreciate it.
is when we get a little bit more information. Now, what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be reading through these texts. These text notes and emails were part of a 100-plus page exhibit entered into evidence on day 6 of trial just before closing arguments. Not all of it was clearly shown, and not all of it was read aloud. This is an expert of what was able to be made out. So buckle up, settle in. Right now on that poll, after 17 votes, did Sarah Boone stab herself? Yes, 71%. Wow. That's such an extreme thing. Like, that's so crazy to think that. But also, we know, what did I just say earlier? Sarah Boone and crazy, that fucking fits. So let's read through here. Let me get in here. Let me make it a little bigger. May 8th, 2019, George to Sarah. I'll make it a little smaller so I can see it all. You're now in a relationship with George Torres on Facebook, personalized nickname, color, and emoji and contact details. So I'm guessing this is when they initially became in a relationship via Facebook official, March 8th, 2019. March 21, 2019, Sarah to Melissa. And he could still live here, correct? Or until I decide to finally get him out if he doesn't change/clean up his act after tomorrow. So yeah, initially, so we're already what? March, April, June, May. So like 3 months. I think I skipped one though. March, April, May. So 2 months into this. And he can still live here, correct? Or until I decide to finally get him out. May 21st, also 2019, Melissa to Sarah. Nothing to worry about. Renewing and correct for everything else. Sarah to Melissa, same day. Thank you for your help. I'm grateful. More than you know. May 22nd, Melissa to Sarah. No, I will knock and we can go outside. Sarah to Melissa. K. Sarah to Melissa. Knock hard. Sarah to Melissa. So owe you. Thank you. We'll buy you a drink or two. Sounds like Sarah. Super owe you, friend. One more step here. Hope I can do the same for you one day. May 30th. George to Sarah. Where is my clippers in the gray box? Sarah to George. Dumpster in all caps. Sarah to George. Like you. Whoa, we're getting hot instantly. Sarah to George. So is your 2 shirts. Also trash some shirts. No more Rick and Morty. Damn. George liked Rick and Morty. A great cartoon. She's cutting him off from that. George to Sarah. Okay, okay. He doesn't even say anything. Like, she's just called him a fucking dumpster. Threw away his shit and is banning him from television shows. Sarah to George. Lucas cried when he saw the adventure fund was gone. Thank you. No wonder you're out. Fuck off. Sarah to George. He's the one that broke it cause you took it. Sarah to George. Wanted to go on an adventure. Be proud. Feels good. You made my son, our son cry. Cheese stick. I don't really know what that one was. Lucas, your kids. Now just randomly yelling at him. I'm sure wasted in these texts. Get the fuck out of my life and my sons. No one. Spinester. Good for nothing. Good for nothing in separate text in all caps. Dumpster diver. That's what you are and the rest of you. 1 extra for Isaac. Rats. Pork chops. Beans. Fuck you all. What the fuck? Your firstborn is a joke. Jesus. And now going after his children, his adult children. Mean. Selfish. Get all of you. If you only knew. George, tell them. Get the fuck out of my life. Lucas, too bad influence. George to Sarah. We're up to May 30th now. I am as you can see. Go drink your life away. Sarah to George. Your kids are too. Yuck. Shucks. I only have 1. Beaters. You're 3 together. Yuck. This is all Sarah to George. Gross. And all the time. Gross. George to Sarah. I love that guy. George to Sarah. You're the one that kicked me out. So, excuse me. Sarah to George. Finally. Just berating him at this point. Sarah to George. Get your shit, I'm guessing, together and check me out in 2 or 3 months. Hope you're there. Unless I find someone better. Shit. Together. And then George to Sarah. Are you serious? Sarah to George. That's what happens. Sarah to George. No. Screaming. George to Sarah. Still May 30th. I'm helping out Dad right now. Can you call in a few? Sarah to George. Can you help me out? I'm thinking she's want to say. Yeah, she fixed it. Sarah to George. Fuck off. George to Sarah. How? George to Sarah. No problem. Ralph to Sarah. Damn, you can only talk when you're drunk and talking shit. Sarah to Ralph. Stop calling / texting my phone. Who is Ralph? Sarah to unknown. He's not here anymore. Sarah to Ralph. And it's damn. Ralph to Sarah. No problem. You didn't have to be a bitch about it. Sarah to unknown. Yo, I like you all. He's a dick and the sheriff just left. Sorry I couldn't text back. I'll always respect you all. Know that. He's not here anymore. Sarah to unknown. Oh, yes, I'm a bitch. So are you. I feel like she... if Ralph and unknown are 2 separate people, she just sent this unknown who was like giving her like, oh, I like you guys. She sent that instead of sending it to Ralph, sent it to unknown. What the hell? Sounds about right for drunk Sarah. Ralph to Sarah. Look, I'm not here to be taking shots at you. I never called you a bitch. I said you were acting like one. I'm not going to be here going back and forth or some childish bullshit. Have a good night. Sarah to Ralph. Friends forever. Thank you. Would love to chat sometime. So unless that's just the unknown is somehow not Ralph, she's mixing up her conversations. Sarah to Ralph. Call his parents, I guess. Ralph to Sarah. I'm good. Only reason I called was he called me from this number. I didn't know if it was your number. And this is May 30th still. Sarah to Ralph. It was. I told him to call his kids. Did my best. Hope you know that. I respect you fully. I'm thanking you for all you do. This is already crazy. And we're only into like just literally most of it is 1 day so far. On the 30th of May. Holy crap. Who the fuck is Ralph? Like, hey, Susan, thank you for being here. think she's in her 40s. Ralph to Sarah. This is Ralph. You know who I am. Ugh. So now you know, though. Thought it was D. Sarah to Ralph. He's not here anymore. Okay, thanks. Sarah to George. Tell George to call me. This is the next day. I want my things he took. I have his birth certificate and propane certificate. Until then, if he wants those back. And we know what she did to his birth certificate. She ripped it up. Sarah to George. And I have your art box. George to Sarah. Stop being petty. I did not take that anything. I did not take anything that wasn't mine, I swear. I'm not sure why that was so hard to read. Sarah to George, you're a liar. I never can believe you from all the other lies. You stop being petty and talking shit like you always do. Sarah to George, still, same day, 31st. Another one bites the dust, George. Hope you're miserable like you've made everyone else. George to Sarah, I'm not lying. Lucas said he won't miss you either. When I get mine back, you'll get yours. George to Sarah, I didn't take it. George to Sarah, I'm coming over in a few to get my stuff, and I'm coming with Jean and Melissa. Sarah to George, go for it. Bring mine with. George to Sarah, I don't have anything of yours. That's why I'm coming with them so they can verify that. I don't care, says Sarah. They're not going to babysit you because you're an asshole and got kicked out after being taken off the lease. George to Sarah, they seen what I have in my hands. Sarah to George, still don't care or believe you. I'm going to get Lucas away anyway, so don't waste your time or mine. Exactly, says George. You were a visitor and a terrible resident boyfriend too. Just go away unless you bring my stuff. Sarah to George. George to Sarah, I don't have your shit, Sarah. I need my birth certificate. Sarah to George, I don't give a shit either. I worked for that birth certificate, voter's registration, and your ID card. I worked for? It's a weird turn of phrase for that. Just because your name is on them doesn't make them yours. What? Even paid for them. I need you to be a man and take care of me, not beat me. Call me names and make me feel like I'm not a person, not giving back until I have mine. George to Sarah, whatever, Sarah. Sarah to George, next step is restraining order. Know that. You can't come over here 100 times. You can come over here 100 times. Doesn't mean I have to open the door. Sarah to George, good one, George. Go away. George to Sarah, whatever. Sarah to George, it's been a great day without you. Will be from now on. George to Sarah, you need to do. Sarah to George, enjoy living with your parents at 41 with no girlfriend and lonely. Sarah to George, it was the inevitable just like it has been before. Sarah to George, did you take Lucas's sunglasses? Oh my fucking God, no I did not. Sarah to George, I just feel like Sarah's at all times just wasted. Where's this? Oh, that son of a bitch took this. If anybody's ever hung out or knows drunks they do have that mentality. They always think someone is stealing from them. Always. Somebody's in the house that shouldn't be there. I know they took this. Sarah to George. George, question mark. This is 2 days later, June 2nd. Sarah to George, call me. So now she's back to, I need to talk to you after being so shitty before. Sarah to Mo, if George is with you, can you have him call me, please? Rachel to Sarah, I'm home. Sai is up, he's sleeping. Sarah to Rachel, loves, had a good time with you. Thanks for being my friend. Hate you're leaving. Love you both. Rachel to Sarah, ditto. Sarah to Rachel, whenever they wake up after breakfast and boy stuff, we'll walk him over, have a good one. Sarah to George, I beat you to the punch. Sarah to George, want to do the dartboard with me. Sarah to George, come. Sarah to Mo, I know you won't answer, Mo. Tell him to come finish the dartboard with me, please. Rachel to Sarah, thank you. You too. Sarah to Mo, I miss him. So now is she talking about George, right? Sarah to George, ask George to call me, please, when he gets a minute. Being nice all of a sudden. Sarah to Mo, can you have George call me, please, when he gets a chance, if he's with you? 2 minutes later there. Sarah to Rachel, morning, just wanted to let you know, and this is also in the AM here. Okay, it is 9:30. To let you know they're both still sleeping. If you need me to wake them up, I can. Just let me know. I was going to just let them wake up when they're ready, but you tell me. Happy Sunday. Sarah to Mo. hello, can you please have George call me? Willing to give back. Don't know if he's there or at parents, really want to see him. So now she wants to give a shit back. June 2nd, Sarah to George. Not pursuing after 12. Ever again. Whoa, starting to get a little bit more crazy. That sounds like Sarah. She was nice for about 3 or 4 hours that morning. Good God. Rachel to Sarah. Hey, morning. Sorry my phone was dead and did not know. Thank you for Max. Sarah to Rachel. Thank you for Max. Slept in. Good breakfast. Sarah to George. Please come over. It's after 12. I'll come get you, she says. Come over, please. I need a super hug. Hugs, please. Need you. Call from Anna to Sarah, 0 minutes. Sarah to Anna. He doesn't live here anymore. Call parents or Mo. Look what you made me do. And she sent a picture here. Oh, that's when she ripped up the fucking birth certificate. Dude, so she was just like trying to get it with him that whole fucking day on the 2nd. And he never does get back in touch with her after being a total piece of shit to him 2 days prior on the 30th. Dude. Sarah to George. All up to you now, big boy. Sarah to George. Or maybe your mom will for you. And now he's going to write back. Well, a minute later, because now he's like, what the actual fuck? Wow, that's really childish. But effective, because look, now he's written her back. Yes, I see what you were doing. Did Lucas leave? I'm watching Shadows. Be gone for good. Minus birth certificate. Okay, cool. Enjoy. Am. Nice. Sarah to George. You're not. Yes, I am. You are not, though. To who? Your mom, brothers, not me. To everyone, but me. I love you. I'm going out at 8, getting dressed. I've given up you since noon. Peace out, Boy Scout. George is here. I'm coming over with a handle. I was helping Pop all day cut grass. Yay, you. Getting in the shower, then out. Bye-bye. But so now she knows that she's got him, right? Like, he's coming over with a handle, which is a fucking jug of liquor that he's going to be heading over there with. We know that they loved vodka before they couldn't afford it and had to go to wine. So that's what he's headed over there with. And he's still like, fuck it, let's get back together, right? Like he could just, you can see the pattern here. George to Sarah, I'm already showered and dressed. Hello? You're rude as hell, but okay. And to Sarah, your dad is a piece of shit, but okay. Talking to the daughter here, I'm guessing. And and we'll stop calling futile. Shut the fuck up, as you are a piece of shit, but that's God's business, not mine. Have a good day, Kokor. Since you like to switch up, I'll do the same next. Don't text me back either, fake ass. Oh no, I think you mixed me up with your mom. She doesn't sound very scared of his family, though, does she? Remember when we kept hearing that? Going to sleep, that's what you all do to me. Make me bored and sleepy. Be brave, alone, I like it. Be gone. Girl, bye. That's what you only get your son on the weekends because you're a shitty mom. Mine, on the other hand, is fabulous. Now go suck some dick for beer. Stop. Ugh. You're mad as fuck. You're a bum. No, that's your dad. Oh my God. June 4th. Janice to Sarah. Hey, honey, will you ask George, can you please call the hardware store and see what time he comes in tomorrow? George, you are 1 to 5 tomorrow. George to Sarah. Sarah to Philip. He's off the lease. Sarah to Philip. The process has begun. Sarah to George. We're in June 11th now. George came by earlier, and I was wondering what he needed. He left before I got to the door. Please give him a call. Please have him call me. Thank you. Hi, Mo. Sarah to Mo. George came by earlier, but left before I could get to the door. If he is with you, can you please have him call me? Thanks. Sarah to George, June 11th. You tell your son he is not welcome here, taken off the lease, and bound. So Sarah is the mom here. Worthless. Don't show his ugly, fucked up face around here again. Police will be called. Ask him if it was worth it in riding my bike he has. And here's the one that really shocked everyone in the trial and kind of gives a little bit more context into who Sarah Boone is. Stay Hispanic. That's what you all are. Said that to George's mom. Sarah to George, and he can watch all the porn he wants from the phone mom gave him. Sarah to George, be proud. Spinster son of a bitch, worthless. George to Sarah, good night, thank you, God bless you. Remember, God now knows everything. Sarah to George, ugh, like you. George to Sarah, thank God we are 100% Puerto Rican. Thank God, you know, God love you too. Learn to spell, it's American, not Puerto Rico. We are from Puerto Rico, proud, thank you, Jesus, good night. Sarah to George, holy roller, keep going. Sarah to George, ugh. George to Sarah, good night, bye. Sarah to George, tell George to stop calling and showing up. This is June 12th still. He just came over while my son and I were having dinner. Just stop. June 14th, Sarah to George, wow, congrats. Blackouts and whoring. We waited to see him. 7 people. Mission to work my son on my bike. Repeat. Candy Crush. Fuck himself. Shit job. Repeat. June 15th, Janice to Sarah. Hey, there I see you got a hold of George. I need you to have him call me back, please. Thank you. Sarah to Melissa. Just for your information, if my place gets fucked up, he's in jail. Thanks for the prompts. I'm at my ex's house. Please don't let this reflect on me as a tenant. You called the cops. I did. He's gone. We're both proud now. I consider you my friend. Melissa to Sarah. And this is the landlord in here. You can tell. Why was he in your apartment? Can I call you? Sarah to Melissa. 5 minutes. Melissa to Sarah. Give me 30. Okay. Sorry, accident. So I guess she's called and tried to explain why she won't stop trying to get George to come over so they can get fucked up. Sarah to Janice. I wanted to give you an update on George. This is the 16th. He just called and said his bond was posted at $2,000, and to get out, he needs to pay the 10%, $200. He's trying to get a hold of his parents to pay/pick him up. He's hoping to be there tomorrow for work. Thankfully, he had today off, he said. I'll keep you posted so you know what the plan on for work. Janice to Sarah, no worries, we've got it handled. Sarah to George. George is trying to get a hold of you if he hasn't already. The number that will show up is, and we remember this because this is around the time of one of the arrests from the police body cam footages. Sarah to Janice. Thank you, Janice, for getting him out. He wanted me to let you know he will definitely be at work tomorrow to open. Janice to Sarah. Also, the other condition is he needs to stay away from her for a while. Please have George call me or text me tonight when he gets home. I should see you in 5 minutes. Go ahead and call Monshift Bell Bonds, men or whoever you use, and they will set it up. Sarah to Janice. This is Sarah. I think you meant to text George's dad. Janice to Sarah. Yes, thank you. I just think you two should take a break from each other. No one is put on this earth to be hit on, and I do not condone all that or well tolerated. I am sorry he did that to you. The only reason I'm loaning the money is because I need him to work. Otherwise, you could stay there. He needs to be punished for what he did to you. Should ignore him for a couple of weeks or give him the cold shoulder. That is the worst thing you can do to a person, and that will really punish him. You know he'll come back with loves, and he loves you. Lol. George to Sarah. This is 2 days later. Yes, he is in jail. George to Sarah. Again. Sarah to George. He who hits goes to jail. Sarah to George. Black spray paint. Sarah to George. Now you have 2. Sarah to Janice. It's Sarah. He's back in jail. They picked him up earlier for violating his injunction. I go tomorrow for a hearing at 1 and try to get him back out. Sarah to Janice. They just showed up and took him. And I remember this was like, if you look at the dates when the police body cam footage and when they were showing that footage, like this is all around that time, back-to-back days even. Wow, that sucks for him. Janice to Sarah. I believe when he's out like this, he's not going to hurt you. It's only in the heat of the moment. Sarah to Janice. I think so too. He didn't though. They just came and got him for calling me from the jail. It was awful. I'm going tomorrow to vouch for him. BS. So sorry, Janice. Please don't let this reflect on his job. Talking directly with his boss. Renee to Sarah. So did you apply? Sarah to Renee. No, George got arrested again, so I've been dealing with that. She's still looking for a job. You know, that's what they do. Plus, my car got vandalized. It's been crazy. Hopefully today. June 20th. Mo to Sarah. Now I know it. but I wanted to just let you know and ask you to have some mercy on my brother. I know y'all love each other and y'all both have been through a lot, and I know y'all matter what we said to him or do. He always go back to you because he loves you and your son. So from the bottom of my heart, please, can you do that? Have a good night. Janice to Sarah. Hey, I was just wondering what the word was on George. If you know anything, can you call me? Sarah to Janice. Hi, I do, but I'm at an appointment with my son. I'll call a while later with an update. Janice to Sarah. Question, is he still in or out? Just text in or out, please. In, says Sarah. Sarah to Janice. As far as the paperwork goes online, it says he's been being held without bond until his hearing on 7/17. This is on June 20th. I'm calling the clerk of courts tomorrow to see if I can figure things out more. I'll let you know more when I find out, but that's what it looks like now. He has another no contact form in place also, so he and I can't even talk. It's killing me. This is Sarah saying this after what the fuck? This is actually insane.
This is gun country.
It's actually insane. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up!
Oh, one thing, hold on. All right. June 20th still. Sarah to Janice. I'll talk to George's public defender today. Okay, boom. And asked him to file a motion to bond or the no contact violation, and also file a motion to modify the no contact so I can talk to him. I'm also going Monday to fill out a declination of prosecution for both charges to have them dropped, which the PD said will really help his case and expedite everything. I have to. We'll keep you posted. Let me know if you have any questions. Janice to Sarah. Great. Thank you. Renee to Sarah. Oh, Lord. Well, you can apply and go to the interview Wednesday, girl. Training for me starts Monday. Like, man, got a job lined up, ready to rock. Sarah to Mo. This is June 24th. They don't have one. Love you, brother. Love your brother. They are both in. Big bro, little bro. Two birds, one stone. Same time. Mo, the homeless person that George knows is about it, is back. Fuck, I closed my blinds. Fuck. Sarah to Mo, empty promises, just like George's. Thanks for calling. You all can thank me when I testify. Mo to Sarah. Look, am cutting hair. I will soon. I don't know. Just sit around, think evil shit, and taunt people. If your heart is that way, George will never forgive you. This person knows. I make sure of that when he gets out this time. If you testify, I show him all these texts. Sarah to Mo. So what? It's just me trying to get you or anyone in your family to help me figure everything out. He knows I've things in the past. I'm about him lying and falling back on promises, many promises, especially when he promised numerous times to stop beating me. I didn't mean to bother you. This has just been really hard. I go to see the public defender later this morning. If you can, please call later so I can tell you about it so you can also tell your parents. Sarah to Mo. June 25th. Are you able to talk real quick? I have to get Lucas to sleep, but wanted you to know what's going on. Don't want to bother, and today was long. June 26th, and this is notes here. You can see X videos. That's porno. So is this her saving what he's been looking up here, I guess, when he's looking up porn? Like X videos, you can see Petite, Ebony, Babino, Hillary Clinton 611. Hope he isn't looking up Hillary Clinton porn. I Dream of Jeannie, Then and Now. Okay, it's just regular show stuff in there too. Another X videos of Filthy Family, Craigslist Pets Kittens, Candies, Sarah K. Boone Search, George Jr. Search, Mopped for Sales PS4, X videos. These are in weird order too. Who's Christine? Facebook, going to meet up, calling her beautiful. Said she thought you were avoiding her when down here. Said no, I was not beautiful. Guess that's Facebook. Nonchalant Koi. Thanks for adding me. You're exquisite. Facebook messaging Camille. This is definitely going to piss Sarah off. I think I remember hearing about this too in the trial. Pamela Erickson sending pictures of yourself telling her good morning on 7/14. Facebook Crystal going to woo her, sweep her off her feet, going to change her mind, fucking my middle name, sent her pics, sent kiss emoji, and called her beautiful after returning the convo, said you had to pick up your brother, sent pics of beer, sent her struts, could have been, sent her songs but not me, messaged bunny kisses, sent bunny emoji kisses, Wouldn't love to take, this is the lady, she finds this shit out. That's maybe also, for what my theory is, that she murdered this man. I think we're seeing that here. What we do in the shadows, would love to watch Creed 2 with her, want to snuggle with her and eat popcorn, sneak heart-hugging animal emojis, want to play a board game with her, ask to FaceTime/call her, called her amazing, Facebook Crystal liking all her posts, losing someone who doesn't respect or appreciate you is actually a gain, not a loss. You can't compare me to the next girl because there is no competition. I'm one of a kind, and that's real. Has taken Lucas ice cream money to buy beer, cigarettes, said he had paid back but never did. Took all of Lucas's adventure fund money, said we owed it to him. Taken/lost my debit card to buy beer, cigarettes 3 times. Goes to buy cigarettes and buys himself whatever he wants. Necklaces, charms, sunglasses. Came downstairs to make him breakfast and he's jacking off watching porn. Said he didn't have enough time to turn it off and he just started watching it. Admitted later he had been watching the whole movie. Continually lies to me he's not watching porn anymore and will not when he's been caught, even after I explained to him how it hurts me and him looking it up on Dr. Phil saying the same thing about it's like cheating. Still looks at porn even after swearing on his children and parents. Stabbed me in the back of leg, having emergency surgery, hospitalization, extreme pain, still to date, gel tissue being removed, pile of bills. And that goes back to my poll here. After 51 votes, I said, did Sarah Boone stab herself? And 84% of you out of 51 votes think she did. 16% of you don't. I don't really know there, honestly. That's such an extreme thing to do. But again, we just from these texts, we know one thing. Sarah Boone is fucking extreme. That's what we know. June 26th. Whew, how much more have we got here? I think we're going to be in for a long haul. Could break this up into another stream. Let's see how far we get here. June 26th. This is another note. 9:10 in the morning. Hi. Now that you're home, I'd really love it if you would take me out to a movie, or we could snuggle like we do and watch Creed 2, get some popcorn or pretzels, Reese's, maybe talk about what kind of other movies we like, or find a fun board game to play together. I know your favorite is Abalone. What do you think? I was also thinking the other day how much I miss your sending pictures of yourself throughout the day, sending me songs you wanted me to hear or thought I'd like, but I really miss are the kissy love emojis you would send just because. I really miss those, especially the ones with hearts. This is after she had them arrested twice last week. They'd always make me smile because I knew you were thinking about me. You do Crystal, though. Even asked her to FaceTime. You don't do any of these anymore, yet you wear your wedding ring and mine around your neck and tell me how much you love me, but you're telling this woman who looks like TPT you want to snuggle with, take her out to the movie, play board games, and doing all the stuff that I just mentioned, telling her you want to woo her, sweep her off her feet. How do you think that makes me feel? Sarah just screaming into the ether. How do you think that makes me feel? Why don't you say that to me? What would you do if you found me having this convo with Ben or John or anyone other than you? Who's Ben and John? I'd be beaten to a bloody pulp. One of my favorite sayings from Crystal's Facebook you loved along with so many others was, losing someone who doesn't respect or appreciate you is actually a gain, not a loss. You don't or have you ever respected or appreciated me, especially the appreciation part, only taken advantage of and disrespected me as a woman. Here's another one. Here's another you loved. You can't compare me to the next girl because there is no competition. I'm one of a kind, and that's real. You made me at one point in your relationship think I was your no competition girl. I know I will be someone's. Not yours anymore. You will never find another like me. I found everything on your phone, all your messenger texts, telling Christine you want to meet up with her when she's here, calling her beautiful, thanking nonchalant Corey for adding you and calling her exquisite, telling Pamela Erickson good morning and sending pictures at 12:38 a.m., messaging Camille. Then the whole 2-day convo with Crystal. How dare you? And send pictures wearing my wedding ring? You're a cheating, lying scumbag. I will never trust you. Why don't you put your mugshot up, or I will, since I have your phone, and log in and tell everyone why you're in jail for the 3rd time. Let them know you beat your wife and she put you there because she couldn't take it anymore. Moped Section 8, I dream of Jeannie then and now Hillary Clinton. All your Facebook shit, Levi's, all the stupid cats. You were hoping you would make me like you again. PS4 and all your porn, so disgusting. what you watched at what time on that what day. I'd say a prayer for your kids and parents, because you're sworn on their lives you weren't or would again, nonetheless, knowing especially how much it hurts me. Same sick, lying, untrustworthy creep you'll always be. Brutal. I want nothing to do with you ever again. I've become a different person since you've been gone, with less stress, anxiety, and worry. I feel safe, comfortable, happier with you not here or seeing you at all. I can say, though, I do have heartbreak after going through your phone. Thank you for always proving me right. I knew when you told me your mom gave you one, you'd be back into your slimy ways. You will never change. I hope it was all worth it, all of it, including taking/losing my debit card for the third time to buy cigarettes and beer, which put you back where you belong. I know for a fact you were not worth it. She is so long-winded. Anybody that's going to write a 58-page letter to the police, yeah, that actually checks out, doesn't it? Good Lord. Let's keep moving. Thanks everyone for hanging out. If you're hanging out in here and have not hit that like, do so. Do it.
Hold up. Respect my house.
I just can't believe after everything I've done for you, including all I did to get you out of jail, you'd do this to me. This is cheating. As you like to say, haven't stuck my dick in nobody. You would have already if she lived here. Or any of the other gross skanks you've been trying to be friends with. Eventually, you'd probably send one of your old ridiculous dick pics. Only God knows what you've been doing on Instagram or POF. What have you ever done for me? What is POF? Rather to me, other than causing heartache, pain, and sadness. I wish you'd try to change my mind like you said you would hers. Does she put scar gel on her wounds every day and have permanent nerve damage where she can't sleep at night from being stabbed in the leg? Has she lied to numerous sheriffs about being beaten? Has she been arrested for fighting for her life? Does she have baseball bat for protection against you? The baseball bat. Has she ever been strangled? Has her debit card been taken and lost over and over to go buy cigarettes and beer? Has her car been taken drunk to go buy more alcohol in the middle of the night with no license, not caring if you destroyed one of her most important necessities, especially having children? Do her kids have a counselor because of you hitting her in front of them? Lie to DCF so they're not take away or arrest her. If she has pets, have they been kicked and told how much you hate them? Has she ever had a black eye? Has she been lied to over and over after watching porn and promised to her children it won't happen again? Has she had multiple complaints against her where she's been threatened to be evicted? Has she supported you in everything and given feedback to make sure you go in the right direction? Gotten your ID, birth certificate, and voter's registration card in every aspect so you can actually be an adult with proper credentials? Done your taxes? So much more that she hasn't done for you or any of the other bitches you're trying to start something with. I can't say have a nice life because you make it shit. You do not anyone else just like you did mine. Lucas too. You won't be missed, Snake. For someone who doesn't like them, you're extremely cold-blooded and can crawl on your belly like no one I will ever meet. Dirty cheat. Enjoy your filthy porn and jerking yourself off secretly. Jesus. So your parents don't see and your ugly new girlfriends. I cannot wait to finally be with a real man. Ben. Who the fuck is Ben? Who will take care of me even in the few instances we've gone out. Treats me with respect and like I'm not one of the guys. I'm free. As you told Crystal in your messenger text, you're single with a little cutesy dancing dinosaur. Wow, now you really are. You're desperate, disrespectful, and disgusting. You will never change. I'm always right. You'd think you would do things differently by now so I wouldn't have to be. You've made me feel so ugly inside and out after this, especially calling other women beautiful, love, and exquisite. Not me. Feel good about yourself. We used to have fun and used to say nice things. Wow. Hold up. Let's take just a little break here for just a second. Everyone in here, appreciate it. I just saw a bunch of memberships come through here. Thanks to the beautiful Holly Berry. 10 of them. Holy crap, Holly Berry. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah. Beers in the chat. Probably nothing's in the chat. Let's see who got those. Amanda Dawn Hankins. Mafka. Dawn Hamilton. Voice of Silence. AKA the Cat Lady. Rachel. Southern Girl Detective. Darlene. Cornelius Day. Welcome the hell in here, everybody. Get in here. Beers in the chat.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Love it, love it, love it. You know what we're doing here, baby. We doing here, the Buzz Nation?
Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging all damn day.
I'm telling you like it is, baby.
We don't fuck around.
Son of a bitch!
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Holly. Appreciate that. That's awesome. One of the G's out here. Let me also get you on the list. Again, we're still building a will to give away some stickers. Thank you so much, Holly. Appreciate that. Holy shit. Damn. That's crazy, actually. Insane. 10K here at PB. Doing the damn thing. Let's keep rolling here a little bit. Everybody in here, thank you all so much. Oh, shit. Susan coming through the Cash App. $20. Susan, thank you so much. I'm going to get you on here for the possibility of getting some Murder Church and Meowder Church stickers. That's going to be the next giveaway, folks, for anybody that is unsure. We have a physical will, an actual will. Once I get 12 names on there, we're going to be giving away these bad boys right here. And some lucky person will be getting that, boom, mailed out to them. Thank you very much. Smirky, new name. Welcome in. All right, let's keep rolling here a little bit. She wasn't even done. We used to have nice things and say nice things to me. Now it's dead like you are to me. Thank you for letting me see your true colors. No wonder you like gray and black so much. Keep collecting stones. She has a way with words. You can't take that away from her. You're a heartless, selfish human being. You feel nothing. I will again with someone else, and you will still be the same lying, cheating fraud that you are. Excuse me. Let's go a little bit further here. At above, I took care of Crystal by telling her all about you, what you've done to me. So she's reaching out to Crystal now, and that I put you in jail for the third time because of it. Even asked her if she wanted me to send her your mugshot so you could like those too. That's why she hasn't gotten any responses back. Now she wants nothing to do with you and doesn't want to hear from you again. Couldn't believe it. Like I can't. Always remember I'm smarter, more resourceful, and brazen. That right there speaks loud. Always remember I'm smarter, more resourceful, and brazen than you will ever be. Were you thinking you and she would have some kind of long distance relationship? Send more pictures to each other? Kissy face emojis? You texted her in the morning, then came over to my house. Tried to fuck me, but couldn't get off for the 5th time with me from wanking off to your porn. I have pictures of us that day we took and the messages you sent her earlier. What are you thinking? I do mine on the side while I do others online? Or Sarah will never find out and I don't care. Nonetheless, you were arrested later that day for being the shit that you are. You beat women, you strangle them, you treat them like objects rather than people. Not me, so disappointing. I would never do to you the things you have or called me. Well, we know that's not true. Especially knowing how much it would hurt you. And you love me. What a joke. Just like you. If you did, you wouldn't have made me feel the way you repeatedly did or do. It really hurts. I'll get over it like I always do, but this time will be the last. It only took me 2 years to realize the scoundrel you really are. Thank God I never married you. Enjoy your miserable life, your miserable job, living with your miserable family, and figuring out all your miserable fuck-ups. You'll never find another like me, just your sluts online and your porn whores. Oh, have fun with your PTD and figuring out it all out, including bike routes and bus stops, especially since you have no computer. Asking for rides will get old with everyone too eventually. How you're going to pay all your court fees and bond amounts. You deserve everything you get. I didn't do what you did to me ever. At least now my heart can finally mend after you've broken it so many times, and I can be happy without you. I will say it has been nice not being strangled, bruised, beaten, or called cunt or beat, bitch, or sometimes it's cunt, bitch, or whore these past few weeks. Now, none of it should have ever happened in the first place. That's why you're in the predicament you are. And actually, you're the whore. Think about it. I promised your parents/family I do everything I can to get you out. I did, even knowing that what you've been up to. That's the end of it. I keep my promises and would have continued helping you until I found all your bullshit on your phone. Remember, you fucked this up. You, like always. At least I don't have to babysit anymore. Hope you figured it all out. I'm not anymore ever again. I don't care anymore, at least not about you. If you ever did me, you still wouldn't be doing what you are and have, breaking my heart. Now it's my turn. Make sure, Sarah Boone is the most petty person. Making sure when you're looking at my pictures, you have your wallet in your wallet of Lucas too. When you're truly deeply missing us, asking yourself again, was it worth it? Worth it? I'll leave you with this from your Facebook page. Finally, good God, imagine reading this. Do yourself a favor. I don't have to imagine. Do yourself a favor and learn how to walk away. Bro, when a connection starts to fade, learn how to let it go. When a person mistreats you, learn how to move on to something and someone better. Don't waste your time and energy trying to force something that isn't meant to be. The truth is, for every person who doesn't value you, you never have me. There are tons more waiting to love you better. Can't wait. And you can have your sorry enabling phone when I have all my credit cards, time, money, and effort I've wasted on your back. I waste on you back. Never truly yours. Wow. June 26th, Sarah Boone. Just wanted to let you know to tell George I found all of his messages, kissy faces, with Crystal and other bitches on Facebook, alone with all his porn. He swore to me he wasn't doing any of that anymore. I'm not doing anything more for him, and will try to keep him in jail as long as I can. Cheating snake weasel. Ask him all about it, or have your parents the next time they talk to him. I'm not anymore. So hurtful. All I've done for him. He can rot in there for all I care. Sarah Boone, and I will be there for the next hearing next week and his arraignment on both charges. Peace out, folks, a.k.a. Torres. Wow. Here's my, again, not scared at all of these folks, like the way she was trying to make it out to be. Here's my note to him when he does get out. Thanks to me. Note from earlier, slightly modified. I can't wait. You don't own me. You don't know me. Just passing through my life. Stranger, bad behavior on you, all of you. Sarah Boone, XOXO. Sarah Boone, just like dad. This shall pass. Get thee behind me. Get thee behind me. Night fucks. Not. Just gonna make it worse. And you know when she's wasted. This is how she texts when she's drunk here. Get a computer. I do have a working phone also, and I know all the contact numbers you don't. So she's like send. Big bro, little bro, same time visit. Congrats. Get all of you. Moda Sarah just like, what the fuck? Figure it out like I tell George. Moda Sarah, am in bed trying to sleep. Catch your Z's. Good Lord. Just know I do so much more damage than all of you put together. Know that. Try me. Jesus, dude. These texts are crazy. Moda Sarah, just go home. When I talk to George, I'll tell him how much you love him and miss him. I will. Just got home and rest, please. Not that bad. This is July 2nd. A little bit later here. Sarah to Matt. Not that bad, not fun. The judge decided to not transfer him in from jail, so he wasn't there. He can talk to me now, which he wasn't allowed to before, and has another hearing on the 17th. He's called me like 40 times today, not answered once. I'll tell you more next time we get together. Eating dinner with Lucas. Hope you're doing well, your family too. Sarah to Deborah. Hey, in bed with Lucas, been up since 4:30, and had a hearing with George. Took forever, then had to deal with adjuster for car, got the body sharp, etc. Long day. Okay, understand. Sarah to George, call me. On the 4th of July. Right back to call me. On my way over to you right now. K. After everything we just read from June 26th, now he's coming back over. I'm at a Colonial and Goldenrod. Sarah to him, is he dropping you off? Yes, ma'am. Are you okay? This is Melissa to Sarah. Sarah Melissa, I'm good. Melissa to Sarah, you doing okay? Amazing, actually. You answer questions. Can you talk? This is Melissa to Sarah. Sarah, yeah, hi, I'm home. Sarah to Melissa. Had Lucas yesterday. Okay, I asked if you can talk. Melissa to Sarah. Okay, well, I have tried several times now to speak with you in regards to your work orders, and you didn't want to talk or answer me back, so I'll figure it out on Monday. Have a nice day. Sarah to Melissa. Trying to figure out what is going on or what, if anything, since Friday afternoon. So again, I absolutely have been trying to communicate with you for more than a day now, and I have gotten got no direct answer or response from you so that I could do what needs to be done. Melissa to Sarah, Monday morning, the guys, Henry and Jean, will be swapping out your machine with a different one from a vacant unit. Melissa to Sarah, I will call you when they're preparing to come over to your apartment. Please be sure to delete my personal number from your contacts, and I have done the same. Odd. Can you please confirm that you have, in fact, seen the last 3 messages I've sent you? Doesn't seem like she got back there. All the way up to July 20th, Janice to Sarah. Hey, if George would rather he can maybe work this afternoon, Jason may come. So, like, this is just like an endless process that just continuously goes. Like, the booze is just like it just restarts this whole fucking phase again. Question mark, Janice to Sarah. Sorry it's so late. I just read your text. He seemed fine when I saw him at your apartment this morning. He answered the door right away, but it was quite bummed out that he overslept. But I was okay and told him no problem. Just get ready and come to work in about half an hour. Then I texted your phone. There's people trying to help out with him. Like, really? Booze is evil, dude. And mix that with a little crazy. I texted your phone and asked if you would rather work the afternoon shift and get some more sleep, but he never answered. So I have no idea where he is or what he's doing. What happened last night? He had a black eye. He said he was new because I asked him and told him to put makeup on it. He said he had it taken care of. Did you two get into it again? He acted like when I told him he had a black eye at first, he didn't know what I was talking about. I guess he kind of blacked out. So now he's got a black eye. Sarah to Janice. Janice just calling, looking for George, and she's pissed. Congrats. Janice to Sarah. Hey, honey, how's it going? Just wanted to see if George was going to come in tomorrow, if you can call me. Sarah to Janice. Hi, I'm out with Lucas right now. I haven't talked to him, so I'm not sure. You may want to text his mom or dad. Hopefully you'll get a response. I texted last night saying you weren't happy with George and to call you. Never got a response as usual. Okay, thank you. Sarah to Janice, keep me posted. And that's it. That is the end of this transcript. Holy fuck, though. Like, you can see the pattern that was happening over and over and over. And that was just a little bit. Like, that was like a snippet into this reality that is fucked up, man. Holy crap. Pammy coming through here with that one. $9.99. You won't go to just $10, but you know what it is for. I'd love to see a $10 train, y'all. Oh, shit. Damn. Coming through, baby. Let's go. I do know what it's for. Thank you so much, Pammy. Appreciate that. Want to get you on here for the possibility of winning some motherfucking stickers. Pammy, absolutely amazing. One of the biggest supporters we have here at Publicly Buzzed. I appreciate the hell out of you. And look at this right here. Missy Mayhem coming through here. A member for 17 months. 75 watching. Hit that like, fam. Hell yeah. A lot of people hanging and banging. We got 80 people in here. Thanks y'all so much for coming through. Appreciate it. Been covering Sarah Boone. Been all over this trial. If you look through the lives, there's a lot of content with Sarah Boone. I've got a playlist as well that you could get into. I'm actually going to pop that up here and put that in the chat if anybody would like to check out the Sarah Boone playlist. The next time you will see us live should be Thursday night. I will be here with my brother Dan. We'll be doing something. I'm not exactly sure what. But here you see, actually I'm going to show everybody also. I have a lot of playlists in here. A lot of playlists for a lot of folks to check out some stuff. But the Sarah Boone playlist, bada bing, bada boom, starts out with a 4.5 hour stream from March of 2023. This is a long time ago. We did a drinking game. Every form of the word or phrase, unintentional/not intentional, answers a question with a question. Every time she talks about herself, drink every time she asks for a drink every time she asks for a cigarette. For extra points, drink every time the female detective coughs. That one will put you in the motherfucking grave. Are you kidding me? There you go. There you go. We used to play we need to get another drinking game around these parts is what we need to do. Get me and Dan on here. Maybe that'll be the 10K special, because now that we've hit 10,000 followers and the Buzz Nation is growing rapidly, it would be cool. Got a hair on here. It would be cool to do another drinking game. We're definitely going to be doing a party. That's for damn sure. Dr. Pepper's and if you are a member, I got Dr. Pepper's, suitcases, and Mad Dog 2020s in the chat for our good friend Sarah Boone. Woo! Did we do the wheel? I don't think we've made it there quite yet. Let me see where we're at right now. Right now we are at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8. We're 4 away from a wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're 4 away from a will. And anybody that's new in here that is not unfamiliar, again, we have this guy right here, a physical, actual will. I know the green screen's kind of fucking it up. I turn the green screen off when I spin this thing, though. But once we fill that up with 12 names, we are going to give away some Murder Church stickers. We have the classic Murder Church logo, and then we have the Meowder Church Kitty Priest stickers as well. And I've also got the pink Publicly Buzzed logo stickers coming in the mail as well. To get some more shit going is what we're going to do. Yeah, the will's been up. The will is we're working on it. That's what we're doing currently. But yeah, this is just the craziest fucking thing, man. The Sarah Boone is something else. That's the truth. And I love seeing a new name in here. Smirky, I hope you're subbed up. Welcome in here. And we gamble a little bit in church. That's for sure. 10K chat. That's damn right, Missy. I love you. I love everybody in here hanging out. I love everybody. What are we doing? What are we always in here doing? Y'all know. You already know. Huh? Hold up. That's damn right.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Not messing around. All right, I'm gonna close up shop here. Thanks everyone for coming through. Another great stream. Yeah, keep an eye on everything. Let me see. One thing I'm gonna poke in here. If you guys would help me out, that would be amazing. I have a video that I'm trying to get into the old YouTube algorithms, and it is about a horrible live streamer who took a homeless lady to dinner, and then once he got the check, he dined and dashed. He left this homeless person sitting in there by themselves while he was live on Kick. And I made a little video up. We watched this on Sunday's Murder Church, which every Sunday morning, 9 a.m., Murder Church, be there. But I did this little video and I pulled it out and made some content that you guys should check out. There's the link. If you go in there and hit the like, leave a comment, that might help me out. I'd appreciate it. Let's keep growing this thing. I will see you guys as of right now, unless I come on tomorrow. You never know. I've been doing a lot of streaming. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for something else. Love you guys. 10K. Growing this son of a bitch. Let's keep going. Boom.
This hurts.